Welcome back to another episode of Home Sweet Home Cooking. I'm Rocky, your host, in my mother's kitchen. A little different view this time. She is behind me. She can correct me if I make any mistakes on this. This is another recipe that I get really excited about. We are doing these recipes, this is being shot the day before my birthday. Tomorrow we're going to have this. We're having Thanksgiving dinner on my birthday. So this way I can have time to edit the videos, put them together, and have them out a couple weeks before Thanksgiving. So y'all see this when they're going to appear right before Thanksgiving. And that way you don't have to have Thanksgiving in our house 2 weeks in a row, which I wouldn't complain. I love Thanksgiving. I love the food. So let's get into it. Today's recipe that we're doing is a dressing, a stuffing, whatever you want to call it. You can stuff the bird with this. You don't have to. We don't like stuffing our birds anymore. It's just extra work. But this is we're here in the South, and it's all about the cornbread dressings down here. And they put the chicken or turkey in their stuff or in their dressing after it's done. I don't really think that's a side for Thanksgiving if you're putting the turkey in it. That's more of a main dish, their dressing down here. So we do ours the way we did forever in Wisconsin. It's a savory sausage dressing. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to get going on here, let me readjust the camera and show you what we got. So we've got the sausage. This is 1 pound of bulk pork sausage. Any flavor you want, any brand you want. I'm going to turn it up medium high, and we're going to get that cooked down. And once it's browned a little bit, we'll go on to the next step. So the sausage is cooked through. I did not get it to the point of being brown. It doesn't have to be. It can be. It won't hurt it. But I just want to get it cooked through. Now I'm not going to drain off any of the grease, because to that I'm going to saute my vegetables. There's 3 stalks of celery and 1 small to medium onion. You can add more of either depending on how you like your dressing. And just going to mix that in and let that cook through until it becomes nice and aromatic. And then we'll show you what the next step is when that gets cooked down a little bit. The onions have cooked down. They're nice and soft. The celery has started cooking down. They're not as soft as the onion, but that's fine. There'll be a little bit of crunch in the salad, in the stuffing. My mom and I are talking about salad here off camera between shots, and now I got salad on the mind. That'll cook down. I've got the heat turned off. Next step is you're going to want to add a can of cream of mushroom soup. Again, you notice I'm not draining off the fat. The fat's going to soak into the breadcrumbs and make it gooey good. Just going to mix this in here. And our breadcrumbs do come pre-seasoned. However, you're adding so much more to it. The seasoning is going to be kind of weak in the end, so we're going to add a little more seasoning. My mom's already got pre-mixed in here 1/3 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon sage, 1 teaspoon thyme, and 1/2 teaspoon marjoram. You can add this wherever you want. I like mixing it to the wet, so it gets incorporated in the wet, and then it gets mixed through and everything will get incorporated well together.
And we like the bread cubes better than the crumbs, but I had to take what they had.
Yeah, bread cubes are our traditional favorite, kind of like croutons. We weren't able to find any because this, like I said, we're shooting this for my birthday, and then we're going to edit it and show it before Thanksgiving. So a lot of the stuff that we're looking for now we can't find. So we're having to use a Pepperidge Farm herb seasoned classic stuffing crumb mix, which is going to go in next. And this looks kind of like what you find in stovetop, which is fine. We just like the cubes a little better. It holds up a little more. And you're just going to mix this in. And I'm going to go ahead and continue mixing this, and we'll be over at the counter and put it in a casserole and finish it off over there. Alright, so I've got most of the breadcrumbs stirred in. It has already soaked up all the moisture that came out from the celery and onions, and it's starting to soak up the soup. and the fat, and I can tell it's still a little dry. Pardon the interruption, my birthday cake is going off. So to this, I'm gonna add a little bit of chicken broth. And stir that in, just a little bit at a time, you don't want to go overboard. And you just want it so the breadcrumbs are moist. And the amount of broth is not going to be dependent on a cup, half cup, or 3/4 cup. It's going to be whatever it takes to make it moist. Think a little more, Ma, or is that going to be about right? I see a few little dry spots in there, but
That's pretty good.
okay.
And then I would taste it, and if you want more sage or something, put it in.
I still see a few dry spots in there, just a tad bit more. Because it's not, everything in here is already cooked, so you don't really have to bake it too long. You're just kind of bringing it all together and heating up the breadcrumbs and all that. So really, it probably, if you put it in the oven right now with the turkey, half an hour to 45 minutes, it will probably be done. But we are cooking this for tomorrow, so we're gonna put this in the fridge, and it's gonna bake for an hour and 15, maybe.
Probably an hour.
Somewhere in the hour to hour 15 range. But that's what you're looking for. It's all, there we go. All the breadcrumbs are dry, or are moist.
Yeah, they're either dry or moist, you're right.
Perfect. Does not need any more seasoning. And you're gonna put this into a greased casserole. You greased it a little bit too early, it all ran to the bottom, huh?
Yeah, that's okay.
I want a little bit on the sides. And I'm gonna bake it covered for the first, at least first 3/4 of the cooking time. You can uncover it if you want a little crispiness on top. Oh yeah. As Shrek would say, that'll do, donkey, that'll do. Just gonna spread it out. And there's the cover. Now we're gonna check this tomorrow before it goes in and make sure that it's still moist. If it looks like it's soaked everything up and is a little dry tomorrow in the morning, we'll add a little more, well, probably add a little bit of water too, because it's out of broth. But it's that simple. And you'll see tomorrow what it looks like when it comes out of the oven, and we'll get our taste of it, and you'll see a big giant smile on my face. I hope. See you tomorrow. Alright, so the dressing has been in for an hour-ish, a little longer.
Yeah.
It got a little bit away from me because we had to let the turkey go a little longer to get it done. But that's fine. It's a little more moist than I like it. But because we use the crumbs instead of the cubes, and the outside will brown. But it is still good. And let it cool off a little bit. But I can smell the seasonings, and I can smell the sausage in there. Oop, that's gonna fall. It's a little moist, a little more moist than I like it. But again, I think that was because we used the bread crumbs instead of the bread cubes, and they soaked up more liquid than they normally would.
I don't like the crumbs, but you gotta take what they got.
Yep, fantastic. Just the right amount of seasoning to it. Gives that sagey sausage, savory kind of bite to it. Better than stovetop. So we've got our, thank you. Our dinner is just about done. We got one more thing. Got to mash up some taters. And you can see we got our turkey, green bean casserole, baked beans, dressing, working on some mashed potatoes. We got some bread on the table, cranberries. We got our Thanksgiving dinner. Happy birthday to me. I really am looking forward to eating this. So thank you for watching, and check out our other Thanksgiving videos, and please try them. Like, thumbs up, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Have a great evening.